Well, Mizzou senior Levon Mays had already become just the fifth Tiger in program history to All-American 3 times in his career when he entered the national semifinals on Friday night here in St. Louis. And then he authored one of the most thrilling moments in Mizzou wrestling history, picking up the decisive 2 points in the final seconds of that semifinal match, a call which held up upon video review. And afterwards, I spoke to Levon about those thrilling final moments.
Somebody else asked me that same thing, and I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of looked over at Coach Smith because he was in my corner. He was like sitting there. He was pumped, right? And they're challenging the takedown call, so I'm just looking at him. And that's the only thing that I saw. Like that's the only thing going through my mind is Brian Smith's face right there, just looking at him, just like how calm and composed he was. He was just like, they're not gonna overturn it. This is takedown. So that was what's going through my mind.
Walk me through that last sequence also. What happened on that last sequence, and what were you thinking as you heard it was a challenge and you were trying to wait out those moments?
The only thing that was going through my mind was wrestling. I just wrestled. I don't know. Everyone makes it like so complicated. I just kind of took a shot, kind of went to like a drag by, got on top. They gave the 2. I stayed on top. I wasn't gonna let him go. It's a bad look. I wasn't worried about the review because the first thing I do is I go over, look at Coach Smith, and I say, "Hey, is it going to get overturned or not?" And he was all like, "I don't think so." I was like, "Okay." It's because then I would have had to put on my headgear and then get refocused again. But at that moment, I didn't want to go into overtime. Like, I trained for 7 minutes. I just really want to wrestle 7 minutes. Overtime isn't really my friend. I can win there. Not saying I won't. I can win there, but I don't want to do it if I don't have to. If I can score a takedown at the last 30 seconds, I'm going to score that takedown.
So Levon Mays off to the national championship match on Saturday night right here at the Scott Trade Center in St. Louis. We'll have complete coverage of that match and every Tiger on the final day of the NCAA Wrestling Championships right here in the state of Missouri on Saturday. Video highlights and complete recaps on MUTigers.com and more interviews with head coach Brian Smith and all of his athletes competing here in St. Louis on the Mizzou Network YouTube channel. I'm Ben Arnett for the Mizzou Network.